All right, revolution, everybody. This is Brother Leonard, the Truth Seeker, and I'm reporting to you on pimppreacher.com for pimppreacher.com. Currently, I am in Detroit, the Motor City. This is the same place where we've been following the situation for the murder of Deante Smith by Pastor Keon Allison. Currently, I'm en route to the City of God Church. I don't know. I got lost, even though I've been on Grand River Boulevard for roughly a half an hour. I turned and went the wrong way, and just like many, main drags, this is a main drag, so I've just been driving, and I'm just going to continue on my search for this church. But when I pull up to the church, I expect that there will be some people outside. If not, the people that I'm expecting outside to be like teammates and things, like people, friends, and the family members of Deante Smith, looking to confront Pastor Allison. Personally, I do not expect Keon to be at service today. I do not expect, actually, I don't even expect the church to be open today, to be truthfully honest with you. But what I do see, if I do see the people coming up, I will definitely get some words with them. I'll definitely get some interviews on camera, and we will go from there. So until a few minutes from now, this is Brother Leonard, the Truth Seeker, on pimppreacher.com. All right, this is Brother Leonard, the Truth Seeker. I just showed up to the church. This is the City of God Church out here in Lasher and Grand River, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's after 11 o'clock right now, and like I expected, they're not having service here today. I don't see how they could, but they're not having service here today, so no one is around. I looked around the front. Now I'm over here in the back of the service, back of the church, and I'm just trying to see where the back where the parking is. And I just want to see who, or if there's anybody that's around this church. Gotta sit up here, turn off the car for a minute. Hold on. Turn off the car for a minute. But yeah, this is Jesus is Lord. Yes, he is. But I just wonder, was he Lord last week? And this is Brother Leonard reporting. Yeah, this is the place. I was at the right spot. They wanted me to go through the back door, but from what it looks like there are no lights on at all in this place. No lights on at all. All right, revolution, everybody. Revolution. This is Brother Leonard, the Truth Seeker, and currently it's about 2 o'clock, a little bit 10 after 2 here in the D. I'm out here in Detroit. I've stayed out here for a couple of hours. I went to church service at Grace Christian Fellowship with Bishop Powell. He was on our radio show on this past Friday. Met him face to face for the first time. He's a good man, and like he likes to say, that he's the first only preacher, the first bishop to be on pimppreacher.com without a scandal. So he likes that. But overall, my thoughts as I'm getting ready to get back onto the highway to go back to Pittsburgh. First of all, I went back to City of God Church right after I left service over with Bishop Powell. I went right back over there to see if anybody had been there, if there was anybody coming to service or anything like that. And I think, and I kind of felt that this was going to happen. I think that Allison is laying low, is staying out of the light. He might be hiding somewhere. Don't know. Tried to call the church earlier this week. Of course, I was going to get no answer, no response. Tried other things, just trying to get in contact with people. I did find that the church actually has a Facebook page. I'm going to start going through that later on. But we came up here, at least I came up here, not necessarily to cause any trouble or to do anything, but I have never been to Detroit, number one. This is my first time ever being in Detroit. And, besides my first time ever being in Detroit, I really felt that I need to see the city to get an understanding of how the people react in the city, how this story is taking hold in this city. And a couple of observations, at least one observation that I have, is that in many ways this city reminds me a lot like Philadelphia. In its look and the way it feels. It's a real urban area. Unlike Pittsburgh, where I'm from, Pittsburgh has some urbanism to it, but it also has a lot of rural areas around the city and throughout the city or whatever. And it's not necessarily rural in the way of, you're going to see a bunch of, you get a lot of trees, you get a lot of green space in Pittsburgh. Here is not so much a lot of green space where you see in the city. It's a lot of city here in Detroit. It is the Motor City, so there's a lot of motoring going on in the Motor City. But the one thing about it, I've been up Grand River Avenue here in Detroit, and not only Grand River, but I was on McNichols, and people who are from Detroit or know Detroit know the roads that I'm talking about because they're main drags. I still haven't seen any of the mile streets yet. I was looking for the miles, but I still haven't seen the mile streets. But from where I am on Grand River Avenue, I see how a lot of this place is like every other urban city. It seems to me what you're going to find in all these cities, and not just all these cities, but in a city like this, for what I can see, I see a whole lot of fast food joints. Okay? Granted, speaking of fast food, I never had Church's before. And I went ahead and got me some Church's chicken. Right? I want to try some of this Church's chicken, even though I know I shouldn't have it, but I'm going to try it anyways. But other things that I find in a lot of dollar stores, a lot of beauty supply stores. And not only do I see this, but I see a lot of liquor stores. Lots of liquor stores. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you right now. I'm passing up another liquor store right now with another fast food joint. All right. So, what am I saying this? Not only do I see all this, but I just passed up another church. I see churches all over the place. And if you know anything about these towns, I see churches all over the place. I just passed one right there. Just passed the Catholic joint right here, St. Mary's. Just past the Kojic Church. It was called Holy Temple. And when we pass up another one, which shouldn't be too soon, too far away from now, like here we go again. Like, look right here. You're going to see this little thing called Gospel House. Another church there. And here's the thing where I'm going with this. Is that in spite of all these churches being in this community, in spite of all these churches being in this city, we've heard the news about Detroit in recent years. And from what I can see, the plight, the desperation that's throughout the city. From what I can see, I see a lot of the empty, abandoned places. I see a lot of empty, abandoned houses, not just businesses. There's a whole lot of depression here, but yet I've seen churches on almost every corner where I'm going through. And I've even seen churches in places like that were huge. I passed up this one church, I think it was called Fellowship Chapel, not Tabernacle, but Fellowship Chapel. You know, like it was huge. I don't even know who the pastor was at that spot, but church was big. You know, it was huge. So what I'm saying is that we have all these churches, and where I was at with the City of God, there was like 3 other churches that were right in that same block. Well, you know, in those same 2 or 3 blocks away from each other. Like, for instance, here goes another one. Here we go. We passing up another one. This one they say is a Missionary Baptist, Greater Marion Chapel. You know, I don't know if you can see that one or not, but hopefully you can on the camera. But I'm showing you all these things as I'm going through the city, is that you have all these churches next to liquor stores. Another church, Bread of Life. Yeah, somebody, I guess I was going in somebody's lane. My bad on that. My bad, sir. But you have all these churches, you have all this stuff going on with the same plights, the same problems. What's going on? What are the churches actually doing? You can ask this stuff in your, here we go, another one. Thomas Temple, Church of God in Christ. Thomas Temple, Church of God in Christ. Just pass that one up too. And I'm going to do this before I get on the highway, because I'm about ready to get my turn to get onto the highway. But you have all these churches and nothing really going on in the community. You have nothing really going on in the community. So what do we have these churches for? People are coming. People are going to places. People are going to churches. But what are we got? What are we doing with the community because of this? With all this? See, there is no organization, there is no plan, because everybody, every pastor has in their mind what they want to do, because it's their vision, it's their thing. Instead of understanding and come together to be, you know, to build up this city, to take over the city, to build it up. No, you want to sit back there and have it your way. But it's not about you. It shouldn't be about you. But I think some of you guys made it about you. You understand what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, I'm about ready to pop up on this highway real quick. I think I'm supposed to be heading this way. I got to put on my map. But with all that being said, I just want everybody to realize that there is work to be done, not only in Detroit, but there's work to be done in most of our cities here. And with that, I'm just going to say to y'all, revolution. Pray that I get back home safe and everything. When you see this video, you're going to see how this, you know, I'm going to put up what I got here. But look for more news, because I'm staying up on this guy. I'm calling the city on tomorrow to see when is he going to get arrested. When are they actually going to file charges? And will they make and if not, they need to make a statement on why they're not going to file charges against Keon Allison. And then when I find out, then when he thinks that the coast is clear, brother, you can look at this, brother. I know where your church is. I've been there now. So I already know that it takes me, I can get up at 5:45. I can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, be out my house at 5:45 in the morning, and I'll be at your front door. All right. Well, that's all that I got for right now. Revolution, everybody. This is Brother Leonard, the Truth Seeker. Pray that I get on home safely, because I got to figure out which way I need to go. So, revolution, everybody. This is Brother Leonard, Truth Seeker, once again on pimppreacher.com.